Hey, so good evening, everyone. I just came from my facial treatment at BioCare Manila, and after facial treatment, a while ago I dropped by De La Salle University Library just to check some references, and now I'm in my favorite dining place in the universe. So this is Rai Rai Ken. So this is where I nourish myself with my favorite dish, my favorite seafood hot pot. This will recharge me with the energy that I need for a lot of mentoring that I'm doing now. So, the reason why I'm vlogging, I'm not supposed to vlog. I just came here to eat. But then I was thinking of the reactions of my students in the business com when I announced that I'll be conducting a simulated interview with them, where I will be acting out the role of a manager. And when I saw their reaction, it's like they were so stressed and they were really thinking of what to do, because I said they will have to be in their type A attire, business attire, formal attire. And so they knew that it's really, the interview process is really serious. And I'm thinking, okay, so what will I do to somehow de-stress them from all the worries? So I'm blogging to give you, my FU students, okay, if you're listening to this, I'd be giving you pointers, so tips on the questions that I'd be giving. Is that what you're worried about, the questions that I'd be asking you? All right, so let me just simplify. We always try to simplify so that you will not die of stress. No? Okay. Well, for managers, in reality, managers, I observed, they would be asking perhaps three aspects. No? They would be asking questions based on three aspects. Number one, competence. They would want to see whether you're really competent enough. Uh, for example, when you indicated in a resume that you are an excellent speaker, an oratorical awardee, or you got an award in extemporaneous speaking, and you'll have to prove to the manager that you're good in speaking, right? So they would want to see, just in hindsight, what you're capable of doing. So if you say that you receive awards in communication related activities, then you'll have to prove it out of a good communication skills, right? So that's the first one, competence. Okay, so second one, right? So the first one, we just try to see whether you're good in speaking. Then they will read. Managers will be reading your application letter. Then after that, the manager will have to test whether you have good grammar skills in terms of oral communication. And then the second one is more of a personality type of question. So much of the questions I think that the managers would be asking would somehow be psychological in nature. So they would want to test your real nature based on questions that would reveal your true personality. So if you're outgoing, if you're adventurous type, a person sensitive, introvert, extrovert, so they would know this based on questions that they will be asking you. For example, they would be asking whether you enjoy working alone or you would prefer to work with other people, to test whether you are a team player. No? Because being a team player is also important, cooperative in an organization. And I think the last one is, the last aspect of the question would really lead to priority. Okay? So how do you prioritize decision making. So, as a person, how do you prioritize? It's important that you need to prioritize your decision making. So, for example, part of decision making is, do you consider your family, loved ones? Do you consider prioritizing your job? Right? So, some managers, no? For example, one question that I might be asking will be in terms of priorities. In terms of priorities, will you prioritize your family over work, or is it work versus family? So these are some of the questions that I might be asking. So since you're applying still as a part-time employee, since you're still studying, I might be asking, how do you prioritize? No, how do you manage your work versus your career? How do you manage your schedule since you're still studying? Right? So, Miss, yung soy sauce, saka yan. Thank you. Okay, so this is 6-minute vlog. So, practically, just in terms of decision making, I might be giving you situational questions that you need to think about. How will you be reacting to the situations that I'll be giving? I usually give situational type of questions. This is perfect. I won't be vlogging this because this is too delicious to vlog. Overall, just be on time, dress well, formal, and of course, always eye contact. Be confident, do not rattle, just relax. If you did not understand the question, you may ask to repeat the question. And always don't forget to smile. Always smile when relaxed. Okay? So see you on Monday. Good luck. Bye.